What's going on, guys? JD. Got some time. I'm gonna be working on 91X today, so we're working on swing arm right now. I've already done a little bit, and I'm about to do some more. So let me show you what we've got so far, and then we'll carry on. All right. So our story thus far is got the hump in. I reinforced. I think we discussed in the last video. I reinforced these tabs here. I did run a cross bolt in here with the bushings and the spacer that goes there that mounts the motor and whatnot. Things got a little tweaked, so I ran a bolt through it, and with the spacers and everything, so I got my distance. Now I welded these reinforcement tabs on both sides. Now I just grabbed some scrap. I'm not going for pretty with this. I'm going for got to get it done. So I had some scrap flat stock. So front and rear, I did run some reinforcement tabs. When I took the bolt off, it's exactly where it needs to be now. Everything's held in place. On the rear, I ran a piece of angle over here and a piece of flat stock and tied all this in together. These are kind of known for cracking right around where the engine mount is, so I wanted to stop that. So it's welded top and bottom. I welded the underside in on top. Ran this here, and that's basically sitting right on top of our motor mount, and that's just going to be a little extra thickness and reinforcement. So where I'm at right now is I want to reinforce the axle hangers. So actually those two pieces, I got one for each side here, and they're bolted all together to the hanger. I already pre-drilled these, cut them and everything. I actually grinded a little bit out for the welds and whatnot, so they're sitting up there. So I'm going to take a hole saw right now, and I'm going to run, I think it's a 2 3/8, which is the closest size I have in a hole saw in the shop. If I have to kind of grind it out after that, I'll do that. But what I'm going to do is run that hole, and then I'm going to trace this out. When it's all said and done, I'm going to bolt this to the hanger, weld it, and then I'm going to put some extra reinforcement. What I'm trying to get is that we don't have any flex in the axle hangers. So let's do that next. Alright, so looks like we got it, what I set out to do tonight, finished. We'll take a quick look. Not the prettiest work in the world, but pretty is not what I'm going for. I mean, after all it is going on this old rat. So I know that'll pretty much completely reinforce those axle hangers, which is the way my old swing arm was. I did a little bit differently than I did before. In fact, this might even be stronger than what I had before. I might do a little grinding tonight, I'm not sure. But there's only 2 more things that really need to be done to this swing arm at this point, besides cleaning off the rest of the paint and maybe hitting it with some paint. But one, we have to get the shock mounts mounted. I'm going to do that tomorrow. And the other thing is I have to figure out some way, and it might be as ugly as hell, just to reinforce these down tubes. I have snapped them here. In fact, excuse me, one time I did snap both of them at the same time. I heard something bang, and then I looked around, and every time I hit the gas, the cradle would just flex up, and my motor was kind of hopping up and down. So I will reinforce this, probably not as heavy as I did the last one. So there's not much left to do with this as we sit. So we should be done hopefully tomorrow with the swing arm. Get it bolted up to the buggy, maybe get the axle back on it, get the buggy in one piece, and then start working on a motor and rewiring this thing, and we should be pretty there. In which case I can move to something else. I actually have something special that I want to start working on, so I'm really in a rush to knock this out, which is why I'm not taking my time making this look all that great. I just need it functional. So this is not my best work. I'm not taking my time with it at all. I'm just knocking this out because I need to get it out of my way. So anyhow, that's it for this one. If you like what you see, please hit the like button, and appreciate you guys viewing and everything. Hopefully you're learning something along the way, at least some ideas. So that being said, hit the subscribe button. We're due to give away that clutch system really soon. We have the viewers or the subscribers, so just stay tuned. Real soon we're gonna figure out a way to get this to one of y'all. Okay, so have a good night, and till next time, JD.